Good morning, St. Francis. Good morning, people of God. It is Tuesday, the 26th day of the month of August, 2025, Tuesday of the 21st week of the year, the 21st week in Ordinary Time. And before Mass begins with the sisters here at the convent that we're staying at in Albuquerque, just a short reflection today. Thessalonians continues, the letter to the Thessalonians continues. Again, there seems to have been not a pleasant welcome for the apostles in Philippi, which is another city upon that northern coast of Greece, which it seems as though they were thought to be just preaching about themselves or making up lies or trying to stand out for some kind of knowledge or whatever it is that unfortunately the citizens of Philippi at that time did not accept. Now they will accept it later on, but a very different welcome has been given to them by the Thessalonians. And so Paul goes into praising them for their openness of heart and of mind to what it is that they come to bring them. A lot of times within these letters, Paul is doing a lot of trying to justify what has been going on and what is happening, and then praising where it seems to work. And so here it seems to work with the Thessalonians. And the thing about Paul's message at this point in the letter is that it's not just giving them data or giving them words or giving them ideas to follow, but it's the sense of relationship that Paul is building with this people, which I guess the people at Philippi did not really accept or desire or want. And so the sense of how the gospel needs to be implanted, it is not just by telling people who Jesus is and how to live and what you have to do and all these other rules and regulations to follow. It is about establishing relationships, friendships, care, love, concern for others. That's what makes the gospel powerful. That's what makes the gospel a force in this world. That is what shows the presence of Christ, the presence of God in this world, and assures us, that there is a point to being human in this world and a point to living this life that we live in this world. Again, following in this at the beginning of this letter, our own lives. How do we again show not only who it is that we are as believers, but establish the power of that through the relationships we make with each other. In Matthew's Gospel, we continue again with the woes to the Pharisees. Again, here calling them blind guides, that they only wash again the outside of things and don't take care of what's inside. Again, they look fantastic from the outside. They have these tremendous robes, and they have all of this the stuff that they wear around them. But inside their hearts, there isn't love. There isn't God's presence of love. There isn't any kind of sense of building relationship, of trying to be a force that shows that we need to take care of each other. It's the thing about, you make them follow rules and regulations. These tithes that were, upon cumin and dill and mint, these things that were necessary, for cooking. You care more about the things that you have made up that we must follow to be good citizens of heaven or to be good followers of God. And yet your whole lives don't evidence anything that is of God, anything that is of love, of care, of concern, of mercy, these kinds of things. Again, you cannot just look at the outside. It always is this understanding of what is beneath the surface and allows us to be able to see, the more about ourselves that sometimes needs to be challenged, to be more fully, what it must be and what it can be in our world and in our lives. A blessed day from Albuquerque, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord give you his peace.